Embiid and Tobias Harris waiting, the new big four, as they call them. Lakers off that emotional win. Embiid leading what our Tim Legler has called the best starting five in the Eastern Conference, second best in the NBA, he says, behind the Warriors. LeBron and the Lakers, 2-2 since he came back from missing a month with the groin injury, making his presence felt early. He says, every single minute, I'm feeling better. Kyle Kuzma was feeling it. Now, there's a reason that they value him more than Brandon Ingram, who was drafted ahead of him, Lonzo Ball, who was drafted ahead of him, to the cup, got it. Now, they had to throw him in that deal for Anthony Davis because New Orleans knew we've got to get our hands on a guy like this. Finishing, incredible. Kuzma had 23 in the first quarter. We're tied at 61. Embiid, he can do a little bit of everything. He had a monster game, putting the Sixers up by 2 this afternoon on ABC. And then, if you're a big man in this league, you got to be able to shoot. Got it. Sixers go up 9. And then more from Embiid. It's the big 4, but this afternoon it's the big 1. He had a stat line that we'll talk a little bit more about in just a second that shows his versatility. Brett Brown said, I love the personality and intellect of my newest guy. Tobias Harris looking for 2 games, 2 wins. Jimmy Butler got it. Sixers roll. Israel Gutierrez with Embiid.
Joel, with a casual 37 and 14 here. I know it's only been a couple of games, but with Tobias and this new group, how have you noticed your game freeing up even more?
First of all, I think we got a chance. I think we got better. So, having these guys, we got to teach them the new system. But I think we can be great. And me, personally, last game, I was sick. Today I was sick. But, I had to do a better job than I did last game. So, and we got the win.
About Tobias Harris specifically today, 22, 6, and 6, seemed to be in the flow of everything. What have you liked about him as an addition?
Oh, he's good, especially for me, because, the people are still going to double team, but he can space the floor now. I have, I would say, a better trust to kick it out because I hate when I kick it out and we don't make shots, but that's what it brings in, and he can do so much more on the floor too, so I'm excited.
With so many moving parts around this team all season, how much do you take responsibility in being the anchor that this team really needs?
I've been here for a long time. This is my city. Like I said, we got a chance, especially this year. I'm excited. Got to keep walking. Got to get these new guys going, and it starts defensively. I feel like, defensively, I'm the best in the league, so that's where it starts, and I'm going to do my best, and, whenever I'm matched to carry the load offensively, I'm going to do so.
Love the kid's moxie, and you heard him say, we're going for it. That's why Elton Brad made that deal to get Tobias Harris. Look at this stat line, 37 and 13. It's his 23rd game this season with 30 and 10. 4 more than the next closest guy, Giannis. For purposes of context, Embiid had 5 30-10 games all of last season. He continues to grow. Full highlights of this game on the way, plus some post-game comments from the embattled Luke Walton. Hang tight. From Luke to Luka Doncic and the Mavericks taking on the Blazers. And they had some Slovenian fans make the trip over for the next 3 games to watch the Slovenian superstar, who won't turn 20 until later this month. Doncic had everything going. So did Lillard. Portland sits very quietly at 4th in the West. Talk about the Warriors, the Lakers, the Rockets, the Thunder, the Nuggets. Portland's like, no biggie. We'll just sit here and quietly dominate. And Lillard did that on this day. The last 5:20 of the third, 21 points in less than half a quarter. Hit all 8 of his shots, 5 threes, Blazers in command. 4th quarter, Doncic up, Powell down. Next year, that'll be Porzingis on the receiving end. And then Doncic from 3 for the Mavs, who have already exceeded last year's win total, a 12-0 run. And suddenly that big Blazers lead is down to 3. And then Doncic with the game tied. Oh, wow. The Mavs take the lead. And then, $1:30 to go. We're all knotted up again. Doncic. It counts. And the foul! He'd convert the three-point play. Dallas by 3, 35 ticks to go. We saw Lillard. How about the other Blazer stud? McCollum, mid-range. I mean, anybody else in the NBA shot that anymore. 1 point deficit, ensuing possession. Put it in the hands of Doncic, holding the lead. 15 to go. Doncic for 3 to seal it. Off the mark. Blazers, one last chance. Here comes Lillard, who is so hot in the third, in the fourth, looking for the go-ahead score. No call. Mavericks sneak by, 102-101. The Blazers scored 9 points in the fourth quarter. Doncic himself scored 13. What a finish. So a big win in Dallas in the NBA. Elsewhere in Texas, looking for a big win in Houston for the Cougars, who had won 31 straight at home. That's the longest win streak. In Division I, Corey Davis Jr. Rob Gray was their man last year with the man bun. This guy is the guy this year. Davis Jr. Houston up 3. They'd lead by 1 at the half. Second half, tight game with Cincinnati. Both teams have won 15 in a row combined. Winning streaks, 42-4 combined record. Cougs up 2. Cumberland, got it. Bearcats up 1. Back the other way. Giroux again. Remember Houston last year lost in the tournament on a buzzer beater to Michigan. They've used it as fuel and motivation all of this season. Giroux one more time. 32 in a row. Houston might be in the top 10 when the poll comes out tomorrow. They go on to win on ESPN right before we hit the air. 65-58. It's new on SportsCenter. It's LeBron after the loss to the Sixers.
I think we had too many breakdowns, way too many breakdowns. I mean, we scored the ball as well as you can score the ball, especially in that first quarter. But, we gave up too many pain points. We didn't keep the floor, shrunk and make many outside jumpers to begin the game. And once they start getting to the paint, then it kind of opened up everything else.
Whether it's been injuries, now new players at the trade deadline, what is the different lineups and just the lack of continuity? How does that contribute to that, and how do you guys work through it?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be like that, for a little bbit until we, continue to get our lineup situated and continue to get the new guys that's here back acclimated and get myself as well back, in rhythm with the team. And we played. It didn't play so well in Indy, obviously. Played, well in the second half in Boston. Played a decent half of basketball here. So we hope to, even up the trip on Tuesday in Atlanta before going All-Star break.
You mentioned like how impressed you were with different moves around the league. What do you think of the Sixers now that you played them? The moves that they made and what they look like and how tough they are?
I thought they were going to be very good before they even made a move anyways, before the season even started. And they've made a bunch of moves to help improve their club.
What are the things offensively that are working for you guys now that you carry forward in the different lineups, like with you starting basically at point guard? How does that move forward?
I think, with our starting lineup tonight, it just puts everyone on the floor is a threat from the outside in, except for JaVale, but he moves so well without the ball that he's a threat as well, getting lobs or dish-offs when we're able to attack. So myself, Reggie, B.I. and Kuz, we just kind of play off of each other. They put the ball in my hand, and I'm just trying to make the right plays to keep these guys involved throughout the whole game, and also keep myself involved as well. But it was a good look out of a lineup that we could go to. I'm not sure if that would be our starting lineup going forward. Obviously, that's for the coaching staff to figure out, but it worked pretty well for us.
You've been through obviously the changes during the All-Star during the trade deadline before. How long does it take, do you think, for a team to really get comfortable with each other?
I mean, this is a different season. It's different circumstances because we've been injured. I was injured. We've had guys that was in and out of the lineup throughout the whole season, and then we have a couple of new guys coming in. So this season is going to be totally different from the sense of how fast or how quickly we can try to fast track this so we can get back to playing the type of basketball we were playing before my injury. So like I said, we have a huge piece still now with us in Lonzo. That's a huge piece of our team. So until then, we have to continue to work our habits throughout our film sessions, throughout our throughout our shoot-arounds, and then when we have some time to practice, we have to do that as well and try to get some more continuity.
Magic came here.
Brandon threw you a lob that you caught on the right side. It was kind of thrown high, but you caught on the right side, finished on the left side. Is there any still mental process when you're going through the physical part?
Yeah, it is, and he helped me out. B.I. helped me out on that lob to be able to get even closer to where I was before the injury. So, by him throwing that pass up there, I had to go get it. I was kind of wondering if I was going to feel something, but I didn't, and I was able to land and finish on the other side. So that's another good step in my recovery.
Magic's here, and he said he thought it was important to kind of come talk to you guys. What do you think his presence here in Philadelphia meant to this locker room, and maybe you as well?
No, I think he runs the team, and he felt the pulse of the team, either throughout the trade deadline or whatever the case may be. But just having him around, whenever that may be, is always good for the ball club.
LeBron, as someone who's gone up against Golden State a lot in your career, especially the last 4 years in the finals and stuff, can you make a comparison at all to the Sixers team, to what you've seen from them?
No, it's two different teams, two different makeups. Golden State is a well-oiled machine, and they've been that for the last 5 years. They've added KD, and he fit in perfectly to that puzzle piece. This team has been together for a couple years, but they've added some key pieces to their team just recently. If you talk about Jimmy and you talk about Tobias now, Mike Scott is going to be part of that rotation, as it seems, and Big Boban as well. So we have to see. No one knows. We have to see. And we can't compare, for any team right now to Golden State, because they've just been together for so long.
LeBron with the diplomatic response when some crazy guy in the Philly media asked to compare the Sixers to the Warriors. Settle down. LeBron played it right. By the way, we're still waiting for Luke Walton. We'll have him in just a couple of moments, obviously, after giving up 143, another Lakers L. Most points allowed in a game by a LeBron James team. Any jersey is worn. Cavs, Miami, Lakers. Sunday, right up there. LeBron says he's feeling better. I'm not sure Luke is.